Hello everybody and welcome to this week's episode of Carolina Outdoor Magazine TV. Today we're heading back to the Santee Cooper Lakes down in South Carolina. We're going to be fishing down there with one of our sponsors from the Triad Bait Company, Alan Greer. And we're going to be catfishing down there and show you some of the techniques that we use down there to catch catfish. This is a show that we did here last fall. And we're just getting ready now to get it up here on the air because we're getting ready to go down with Alan to Clark's Hill here in a few weeks. We're going to do some more shows down there. We want to kind of use this for an introduction to introduce Alan to everybody out there that doesn't already know him. So stick around and don't go away. We'll be right back after a few messages from Lake Moultrie on the Santee Cooper Lakes in South Carolina. We'll be right back.
This week's Carolina Outdoor Magazine TV is brought to you in part by Camelback Hydration Systems. Do you have a camel on your back? And by Belay Sportswear and Sunglasses. Also by Buckbuster Scents, scents for the serious hunter. And by Carolina Outdoor Hunting and Fishing Supply, hunting and fishing products at an affordable price. And also by the fine folks at the Triad Bait Company in Lexington, North Carolina.
Hey folks, want to keep up with the Carolina Outdoor Magazine TV team? It's an easy thing to do. Just like us on Facebook at Carolina Outdoor Magazine TV. And you'll be able to keep up with the behind-the-scenes clips, bloopers, news and videos, and a lot more. So what are you waiting for? Like us today. Let me get up a little bit. Let me get up there more, Alan. Give you more dragging time. It's only about 19 feet right here, so.
Right here?
Now let me go up a little further. Let me go up to these trees here, because we can let back that much rope. I got a guy trolling behind me here. 15 feet. There's a hole right there we're pulling through. All right, try that. And we can let enough rope back once it hooks.
That's a big shed right there. herring.
Drink bait.
I don't know.
Whatever it is, we'll see if we're going to catch it. It ain't shad, it's not mushy like shad gets. You know how shad, when you freeze it, gets mushy?
Yeah. Hey. And we baiting up the bait.
Baiting up the bait.
Baiting up the bait.
Today we're going to be using dip bait. We're going to be putting on also herring on our rods and find out what kind of bait's going to work best. Maybe it'll be a herring day and maybe it won't. But we're going to find out. Whoa, here we go. Fish on. Fish on right off the bat. Look at that.
I hear you.
Yeah. Tell you what. It's a beautiful Friday morning here on Santee Cooper Lakes. You're just tuning in to Carolina Outdoor Magazine. I'm out here today with Alan Greer from the Triad Bait Company in Lexington, North Carolina. And we're doing some catfishing here today down on Santee Cooper Lakes. It looks like it's going to start off pretty good. We threw this out on dip bait first thing this morning. I mean, first thing here, and it hasn't been out a minute and a half. We got our first catfish. So if you're just tuning in, welcome to today's show. I hope we're going to show you some tips and techniques on how to put a bunch of these Santee Cooper catfish in the boat. Looks like we got us a nice channel cat here to start the morning off. Alan?
Sir.
And he was caught on the dip bait. You're gonna
Let me do the honors.
You do the honors. You're gonna be the unhooker this morning. If Alan can get him undone.
He's a darn mouth open.
I don't know how he twisted up all over this weight, but he did. Way to go. Good way to start the morning. Now them aren't big catfish, but if you're going to bring catfish home and eat them, I like to have them that size. We filleted some up the other day that size we caught here. I think the rag blew out. We'll have to find one out. It looked right underneath the other, the whole bunch. But if you're going to bring some home to have some nice fillets, that's the size I like. Big ones are a lot of fun to catch, but we don't keep many big ones. I don't like the way they taste. To me, they just kind of muddy old things. But that's the tubie we're using. This is the rig we're using right here. That's what they call a tubie. And you put that down in your dip bait. You got to have it dry so it'll stick. I'll dry this off before I put it down in there, and then you get that thing, a lot of dip bait on there, and throw it out. And that's all you need to do. And this rig we're using here has a float on it, and the reason I use that is that when this sinker is sitting on the bottom right here, that's about a 2.5 ounce egg sinker, comes down to a swivel. Sometimes I like my leader long, but I think we broke this one off a few times. Get time to put another one on pretty quick. But we put that float on there, and that'll keep that bait just a little bit above the water, because these catfish out here in this current right now, they're not right on the bottom, a lot of them. They're just swimming along. So this will keep it just up a little bit above the bottom. But I got to get this bait up and throw it back out. I see Alan's already made a cast, and he's probably going to be catching the next fish, if he should be so lucky. And you can get this bait on our website, this dip bait.
Oh, got one on.
All right, Alan's got one on. Good way to go. It's gonna be a good morning, Al.
Yep, it's a good catfish here.
Tell me I have to get the net out. You gotta put me to work.
Look at him, look at him,
Yeah.
look at him rolling.
Oil in the water. Was that stink bait or was that on the herring?
That's on the herring.
Really?
Yeah.
No, I'm not gonna complain.
Whole herring.
We'll take him any way he can go. Any way we can get him, we'll take him. All right, I got the net right here. You probably don't need a net with all these fish like that, folks, but we're using 25-pound test, big game. But, you know, if you're going to keep them, you don't want to have that hook fall out, and you sure don't want to break your line and have to tie a rig on again. So, and you never know when that big one's going to come, so you always got to make sure you have a good net in the boat.
Catch that fish.
Which one? Right here? Yeah. We just started off this morning. We only had a chance to get 3 rods in so far. And on this small boat, I like to have out 4, maybe even sometimes 5, but That one rod, I don't know if we'll make that, get that other rod out or not, Alan. All right. Was that herring? That was herring.
Whole herring.
Whole herring. All right. That'd be a good one. That'd be a good one to take back to John.
Good catfish.
Catch him one more, and then that'd be enough for him. No, sorry.
Be quick on the trigger.
I should have let him have it a little longer.
Yeah. Come on, Trigger.
I'm gonna get this one. There we go.
I'm gonna call you Trigger.
There we go. Oh, here you go, Alan. Alan. He's hitting it. He's hitting it. I don't know if he's on there or not.
No, he ain't on there.
Might be this fish here might be caught up in it.
Not me.
Well, here's fish number 4. What have we been here? 10 minutes?
Yep.
This is the first spot we pulled in. You've seen us fish like this before a lot. Now, this is the one I just thrown out. That I just threw out. I showed you that demo a little bit earlier on what we're using. That's that one I just put out. It's probably been out there, sitting out there maybe 2 minutes. But we're fishing this particular area on the lake here the same way you see us fish it a lot. We're working the structure. A lot of guys will fish all up and down here in the middle and they'll drift. And that's a good way, but it's just like 30 feet of water out here. And that's a good way to fish it. You can see it's moving real quick, and a lot of guys catch them that way. What me and Alan are doing is we're fishing up and down the shoreline here, fishing the structure. I know where there's a lot of places with the structure in here, and we'll pull the boat up and anchor it, and we'll throw our lines back to that structure, pulling them catfish out. So that's how we're fishing this particular body of water, and no matter where you might be up in North Carolina, on what lake, High Rock, Lake Norman, no matter where, you can fish the river chains up there, the Catawba River, and the Yadkin River. You can fish them the same way. You might have to refine your technique a little bit, but you can fish them the same way. Here.
Yeah.
You mean that one? Oh yeah, there's a good one. There's a hog. Oh yeah. I'm going to give you this net. I know you're going to need it.
Yes, sir.
Well,
They bite on the outside. They
Well,
bite next to the
go ahead and get him. Yeah, they're biting in the deeper water. They haven't really moved up shallow yet. They've all been on these outside rods. They've all been in about 10 feet of water, 12 feet of water right where we're throwing them. That's where they've been. He's not as big as I thought he was, but he's still a lot of fun.
He's still
Make sure when you go fishing, guys, you bring you a good fishing buddy. You know, one that'll bait your hook,
take your fish
take
off.
your fish off, and net them and take your fish off for you. And
Release water.
okay, just cut it off. It'll be a whole lot less work for you if you do that. Just let your buddy do all the work. Let me throw this dip bait out, and while I'm doing that, I'll put a hook on, and you can be watching these 3 rods, okay?
All right.
All right. Buckbuster Scents has been the chosen deer tracking and cover scents for both guides and professional hunters for years. Try our pine cover scent, acorn cover scent, wild apple, and new this year, sweet corn. And if you need a doe or buck attractant made from our 100% natural formula, then try our doe estrus or buck urine. Stone Mountain Passion to get that Leary Buck Curious, or Stone Mountain Buckbuster to make that mock scrape. So if you're looking for a good hunting scent at an affordable price, check us out on eBay at Carolina Outdoor Store, or on our websites at The Great Outdoors and Beyond, or CarolinaOutdoorStore.com. Buckbuster Scents, scents for the serious hunter. This portion of Carolina Outdoor Magazine TV is brought to you by Table Rock Outdoors, and also by Jason Bennett Guide Service, and by Buckbuster Scents. No, he ain't hitting it. Oh no, he's pulling. Oh, here you go. You get the bite on that one. Get him? Yep. I'm gonna wait and put this rod out in a minute. I'm gonna watch the other rod because you're getting a bite on it too. Maybe. You don't need a net for him, do you? Got a baby.
Baby.
We got the big ones out of here. Now we're going to catch the little one. Be nice. Give us our hook back and we'll let you go. Like that. That's how you do it.
Woo. Little kitty. Little kitty.
Grow up. Little kitty, come back and catch you here in the spring next year. Put the it seems like they're biting really good right out here in that deeper water.
Yes, what it is. This here ain't done nothing.
No, once they
had that now on the bank.
Once they move back into this tree right here, it's like they're not biting.
But I was in about 3 foot of water over a while ago, and I know they ain't up there.
Today we're using whole herring on here. We haven't even tried the chunks, but we want to use up the bait. But the other day when we was out here fishing, they wouldn't. We had all we could do to get them to take just a herring cut in half. There we go. That's where the stripers are, out there. I don't know who's going to reel that one in, but I can guarantee it's going to take them a while to get it in. I'll put it on my side because if whoever catches the fish on there is going to be the bigger fish.
Since I got to take them all too, can I let you wind them in?
Yeah,
How's that?
okay, that'll work. Sure. Big one is going to be a record. He's probably 30 pounds.
Crack 29.
It's a big fish.
Them got a big fish on there.
I told Alan.
I believe it's a 10-pounder.
I told Alan, go throw them free lures he's got. Go try fishing on this side of the boat. So he's over here trying out them lures he's got, and while he's doing that, I'm over here catching his fish. So that's another thing you can do to your buddy.
Trick them.
Trick him when you take him out fishing. Come on, Mr. Catfish. Told you, I'm not going to haul him in. Gosh, he is a big one.
I know, you didn't realize he was that big.
No, I did not. He's just barely hooked.
He's all right. Perfect hook. Perfect hook.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. There we go. I feel a snapshot coming here, camera lady.
Snapshot.
Snapshot, snapshot. Gonna take some pictures with them? Or you wanna do it with that? There's a catfish. Yeehaw! Oh yeah. There he is. We had to move spots again. Another spot, folks. One thing with this dip bait is you got to keep moving. If you fished a spot for 15, 20 minutes, even 30 minutes sometimes, and you haven't got a bite, you need to pick up your stuff and move down 30, 40, 50 feet to the next piece of structure or the next snag, because with this dip bait, if it hasn't pulled any fish up to your bait, there's just nothing around that's going to bite. Little boy. Open up. There we go. Yeah. All right, well, maybe we'll, oh, there you go, Alan, number one on a herring. That's a herring bite right there. I remember throwing it over in there. Now we moved into this new spot here, and we've only been here just a little bit of time. That other spot we were up there, we sat up there for probably 20 minutes and never had a bite. Finally, the camera lady got impatient. She said it's time for us to move. So when your cameraman's telling you you got to move, you better be moving. Oh gosh. Debbie, get that camera going. Get that camera going.
She's got it going. We got an icing on, folks.
Oh man, this one's pulling the drag out.
We got a dragger.
Oh man. We waited for this one for a while. Hopefully we won't break him off. It's a good fish right here. Gonna bring him up around this side of the boat.
All right.
There he comes. Come on. It's either that or I got him fouled hook in the butt. I mean, he's not flipping his head at all. He's just dragging along is all he's doing. Yeah, good one. I mean, you know, I'm fighting him in current, so I mean, he might not be as big as what he feels, but he's going to probably be a good 12-pound fish. He's getting ready to break water. He hasn't broke water yet. Ah,
come on. Always coming up.
Oh, there's a swirl. I just see a buck water. Looks like you're getting a bite too, Alan.
I was looking at it. Mom's just going to have to bite. We're going to get this in there.
You know, you don't know how much pressure to... That's why you got to have good line. You don't know how much pressure to put on these fish. You just don't know.
Hang on to him, Jim.
We got him. Here he is. Oh, what a fish. They almost look like an Arkansas blue. Nice fish. He's going to be right behind the boat here. I don't know if I can drive him over here or not. It might be a channel cat. There he is.
Blue.
I'm going to try to get him over here so they give him the camera. That's why I'm over here.
That's a blue.
I can't even see him. The sun's right in my eyes. Big old wallering fish. We're going to let you go, buddy, if you just get up here. There he is. All right, that's the first blue fish. Blue Arkansas blue of the trip. I'll tell you what. Ah, that's what we came here for. It's not, for this lake, it's not a monster. But you know what? You come down and catch a bunch of them, and you can have a real good time. Real good time. You gotta unhook him for me?
I'll get him, boss.
All right, we're gonna release him. Right down here. Hold on that. Hold on that. Takes you a while to get you over here.
1 minute.
You rolling?
Yes.
All right, here he goes. All right. Way to go. All right, guys, that's our show for today. Hope you enjoyed it. As you can see, Alan and I caught an awful lot of fish there today, and a lot of them we couldn't get on film because we couldn't squeeze everything into the time package that we have. But, you know, there's two different types of catfishing. You can go and you can target big catfish, or you can go and you can target multiple numbers of catfish. That's what we did today. We really wanted to show you today how we use two different type baits. We used herring, we used dip bait. We wanted to show you which bait on this particular day worked best for the kind of fish we were fishing for. Now, if you're going to target big giant catfish, which a lot of you guys do, you want to use nice, good fresh cut bait, shad or live bait like brim, herring, and things like that. Now, if you want to go out and catch a cooler full of fish to take and fry and cook up, have a bunch of buddies around, have a big fish fry, then use a dip bait or something like that, and you'll be sure to get a lot of fish. Now, another thing I'd like to say is on any given day, you know, you might go out with live bait or cut bait, and it may not work. The fish may not bite it as well as they usually do. What you need to do is have an alternative bait on the boat, and that's what we do. We like to always have an alternative bait. So if we go out filming and we can't get on the big fish because they're not on that particular bait on that day, we can throw out some dip bait and probably end up catching some fish and make it a show. So anyways, we hope you appreciate it. We definitely appreciate you tuning in to today's show. It was a pleasure bringing it to you. Like always, I'm Jim from Carolina Outdoor Magazine TV. We'll catch you somewhere next week in the great outdoors when we do it all again. Thanks for tuning in.